how would you characterize, after looking at the film on Saturday, just the difference in the game in terms of first half performance and second half performance by the defense?
Yeah, I don't know. There was too much different. I mean, the first half definitely just a misfit on that first drive there, and then second half it was more so just a couple screenplays and some tackling was definitely difference between first and second half, I think.
You had to give the defense a grade Saturday. What kind of grade would you give them? Letter grade?
I mean, our goal as a defense is, our job is to hold them 0 points, and we gave up 21. So, I mean, that's a huge thing for us. It's all we can control. As far as a letter grade, I don't know. I'd say around somewhere in the B range.
All right, Derek Peterson.
Hey, Ben. In the off season, or I guess before the season, we kind of talked a little bit about film sessions that you had with Ty Robinson and Casey Rogers and some of the younger guys. So just with spending more time with Ty and Casey specifically, like what have you seen from them through the first 2 games of the season? What have you been impressed with?
Yeah, honestly, just been impressed with their consistency. That's something I really struggled with as a young player, and that's something all young players struggle with. And it's really the hardest thing for them is just to be consistent. I think they've really just been solid at that, making their plays within the scheme of the defense. I mean, that's really what we ask them to do. So, been proud of them for that.
Only been 2 games, but like, do you see maybe stuff that you talked about in those preseason sessions that are being translated to the game, or do you see them kind of with things clicking in their head as plays are going on?
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, every play, every call we have on defense, there's a specific technique that we talk about with Coach T, and that we emphasize every time when I'm watching film with them. And so just executing that, no matter what the play is that the offense throws at us, just there's a specific response that whatever the offense does to us that we need to have. And so, yeah, I see that showing up a lot from them.
Thanks, Ben. Thanks, Ben.
Next, we'll have Sean Callahan.
Hey, Ben, I was curious. You guys have done a lot of different things with the outside linebackers coming in to take out a defensive end. How has that helped the scheme of the defense? Is kind of bringing in more speed at times, the way you guys have been kind of using Feldarius Payne and some of these other guys on defense?
Yeah, I think it's good for us just to be able to get in and out of even and odd fronts. Kind of, it gives the offenses we're playing definitely more than one scheme that they got to scheme up. So that makes it a little more difficult for them to just have to prepare and not know that we're going to be in the same place all the time. So yeah, it's definitely good just to give them different looks. I think it gives us an advantage for sure.
And then what is just the mindset right now within the locker room? Just obviously 0-2 start. How do you guys kind of keep things together on a shortened season, knowing that there are limited opportunities to play football games right now?
Yeah, it's just that less games this year makes all the ones we do have that much more important. So yeah, it's crucial for us to get a win this week, get on a roll. Winning's contagious, so we just got to get one and get it rolling.
Evan Bland.
Hey, Ben, I know you guys have been practicing in Memorial Stadium and the empty stadium for quite a while. I'm just curious, as a Nebraska kid, what do you expect that to feel like on Saturday when it's that way for a game? And maybe in what ways do you think maybe it still will feel like a home game even without the fans there?
Yeah, I mean, we've definitely had tons of practices in there with little to no fans, people watching. Than just the other games we've had so far. So, I mean, it's not a huge difference, to be honest. A lot of the away games, I guess, aren't necessarily Memorial Stadium and the amount of fans they have. So it'll definitely be a little different compared to a normal home game, but I don't think it's been as big of an issue as people thought it would be going into the year.
Andrew Ward.
Hey, Ben, following along those lines, just you've seen a lot of games inside Memorial Stadium with a packed crowd. What are you going to miss about a home game, without any fans?
Yeah, I mean, obviously just the atmosphere and the electricity in the air is definitely a feeling you don't really get anywhere else in life. So it stinks just to miss out on that our senior year, but we just got to do a good job bringing our own energy and getting it done ourselves.
Joe Nugent.
Hey, Ben, I'm curious what you've seen out of this Penn State offense, where you think they might pose some challenges on Saturday.
Yeah, I haven't had a huge chance. We're just kind of finishing up last week's stuff, putting it to bed. They have a dynamic quarterback, I know, and some dynamic receivers. So yeah, we're gonna have to keep those guys in check for sure.